Hey gang, Diana here today with, I was so excited to get this Gelli Arts card printing kit, and I actually did buy it myself. I thought it was a good deal considering all that was packed in it, and I've actually been through it. So let's take a look inside. I thought this would make such a great Christmas present or holiday or gift of any kind. And there's some information on the packaging, and of course there are so many videos on Gelli Art printing. So let me give you a peek at what's inside here. First thing that was in here, I have actually been through this, is a roller. Things might have a little yellow paint on it. So it's a nice roller. It's a plastic roller, and it feels pretty solid. And I think you can, yeah, you can pop this off. So you could, so it's easy clean up. And also I like to sometimes wrap things around string and rubber bands, that sort of thing. The real kicker for me was I had a student in here the other day who was having all sorts of problems with Gelli Art plate printing because he was using a large plate, and the paint he was using was drying before he could pull a print. So I gave him a couple of recommendations. One is to use glazing fluid. Let me grab that. Acrylic glazing liquid. I have Golden's. I think, you know who makes that? It's Faber-Castell makes it too, and it's real nice. It extends the dry time for paint, so you can take your time a little bit. Lo and behold, Gelli Arts is now has paints out, and they are formulated with a little bit longer dry time. So I did test out the yellow, Dilutions, Dina Wakley's Gelli Arts. They were still, Dilutions and Gelli Arts were still slightly workable after 5 minutes. They were still damp, so you could have pulled a print. Now Dina's was dry, and so was the Golden and the Liquitex. So let's just concentrate on Gelli and Dilutions, and probably your craft store paints. Golden makes an open acrylic, which has a really long dry time, but it's expensive. So I was super glad to see that Gelli Arts had a formulation for this. So red, yellow, and blue come in this card kit. A brayer, and basically everything you need comes in this kit. It's a really good deal too. So we have some lightweight paper, would be great for making little prints and collages, which I love to do with my Gelli plate plate, and punchinella, and then 2 styrofoam sheets. There's the yellow paint. I got it kind of everywhere, which you can make stamps out of this, and I think there's half a dozen folded cards, so I would definitely cut these because and make a card. So that's a dozen pieces of cardstock. Nice weight cardstock too. There was a little piece of fiber in here. It's gone. Sorry. Some directions, bubble wrap, and a 5x5 Gelli plate. Okay, so I think that's a really good deal for $24.99. I'm going to talk about the 2 biggest things I find students having trouble with. And by the way, I just removed the 2 plastic sheets that are on either side of the Gelli plate and put them to the side to save them. And you see me now rolling out the ink beside the plate on a plastic, just a piece of plastic. I've taped the plastic down. When you're rolling, roll your brayer forward, pick it up, roll it. You can roll it back, but you're better off picking it up. Don't just roll back and forth, back and forth. That will put ink down and pick it up. So you want to roll it forward, pick it up, roll it forward, pick it up. I know that sounds silly, but it really is the best way to ink up your brayer. And I like to teach students to do it this way, with the ink patch next to the plate, because it gives you a sense of how much paint or ink you really do need, and you don't need a lot. So if you put too much on, it will be not good. So there I just put a little tiny dab of paint onto the plate, and you know, you can see me having all sorts of fun with that. Eyelash yarn is so cool. And you know, just again, laying your paper down and rubbing along the back, all around along the back. And this is a nice smooth cardstock. I have used printer paper for Gelli prints. I've used 85-pound Nino white or the Recollections white from Michaels, and they all work. If you want to make collage type of papers, you might want a lighter paper like the printer paper, which works truly just fine. So you can see me now mixing some colors, trying to come up with a nice orange, and I can't seem to get enough of that eyelash yarn. So I do want to tell you that you can look below my description or over on my blog to use my coupon code for 10% off of anything from the Gelli Arts. That looked pretty cool with that collaged onto it, didn't it? Anyway, you get 10% off using my coupon code, which is Diana T. And later in the video, I will show you a coupon code for 20% off of paints at the Gelli Art store. And if you're just getting started, I think I might try a few of them. I got some pretty great results using just the 3. And you can easily mix these paints since they're just acrylic paints with a longer open time. You can easily mix these paints with anything you already have, and it will delay the dry time or open time. Open meaning how long you can work on something. All that. Anyway, so also right now, if you're watching, it is just before Thanksgiving 2017, and through, I believe I forget, I'll put the date below, but through December something, it is free shipping over $35. So that's a great deal, and I'll double check that information and again put it below the video. And I wound up taking these prints, and some of them are just waiting for me, and some of them I did make into a couple of holiday cards. And see, now I've got an idea of how much paint I need, so I can put it directly on. Of course, you can use stencils to make impressions, or those little carved stamps. Here's a bunch of the papers I made only using the kit. Here is your coupon code for 20% off the paint sets. Now, don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe, and definitely check out the Gelli Arts channel. I'll link everything below. I'll see you soon. Thanks for stopping by today.